Welcomes everyone. This is our fourth chapter. It now be entitled is here the reproductive health. In the previous segments, we discussed about the human reproductive system. We got the information regarding the system of male and female body and how they works properly. Here we will discuss the reproductive health in human. The same way we will go through the slides and we will carry the explanation. If you have any doubt, then you can ask, write in comment box. If need, then subscribe the channel and also press the bell icon. Reproductive health, the problem and strategies. So what is the mean of reproductive health is the first question as we are going through the chapter. Reproductive health means that the well-being in all the aspect of reproduction. It means this is a condition or reproductive health is a condition of human in which the person is now be healthy in all the aspect of reproduction. Okay. What is the mean of all the respects? The several mean just like you think that the physical, behavioral, psychological, all these respects. It means the physiological aspect be good, physical aspect be good, and behavioral or ethological aspect also should be good. Then we can say this is the reproductive health. India now be initiated the reproductive health program. To follow all these conditions, we need to initiate a program. In our country, India initiated the program in 1951. It is also termed as the family planning. Reproductive and Child Health Care RCH program. What is the motto of the program? Why we launched? What is the need to be carried in our society? Then the two main aims when government launched to aware people about the reproduction related aspects, to make our people aware about the reproductively related aspects. It means the things which are related to the reproductive view, we have to make our people aware. And in second is there to create a reproductively healthy society. It is a need actually. If our society will not be the reproductively healthy, then the many problems will rise up. And in this chapter, we will see that how the problem is now be affecting our development. So the full chapter is get now be divided into 4-5 segments: reproductive health problem and strategies, population explosion and birth control, medical termination of pregnancy, sexually transmitted disease, and infertility or ART, assisted reproductive technology. But in this video, we will carry only two main things, which are the reproductive health strategies and population explosion and birth control measures. So as already I told that we launched a plan to make our society healthy with the respect of reproduction. Then what is the need that? Aim and need. The aim and need is here that sex education in school should be introduced. The most vital point of this program, then we introduces the sex education in school, or simply we can say our society also. Because without the education, we couldn't be assumed that the things will come forward. So first we have to make our people aware. Introduction of sex education in school. What are the aims and need? Maybe you can think that what are the aim of to introduce the sex education in school and what's the need that. So as in the slide you also seeing here, to provide the right information about the sex related aspects is the most vital point. We provide them the correct information, right information about the sex related aspects. Because in this area, the sex related aspects, we are not ready to talk to others and we start to believing the such poor things which are not correct. One more, that to avoid the sex related myths and misconceptions. It's also the aim of program that we have to avoid many myths and misconceptions in our society. If we will make our people educate, then we can treat them in a better way. And the proper information about the reproductive organs, adolescence, and related changes, safe and hygienic sexual practices, sexually transmitted diseases, etc. Some other needs also be there. If we will educate our people, we will provide the correct information about the reproductive organ and that system. We have to make aware our adolescent is. These are the future of any nation or our society, we can say. So if they not be educated well, then we couldn't be assumed that the society will go in a proper way or in a growing manner. So that's why we introduces the sex education. As you can see that in different school and colleges, the adolescence education program is also going on. This is also a part of this sex education. Now, as you got the information, when we launched the program and what the need to be launched. Now then, as you seeing that population explosion is a major problem, mainly in India, even the worldwide. You know that in India, what is the condition of population? We are more than 130 crores. In slide, as you are seeing that in 1900, the world population was around 2 billion. Think that in 1900, we were only 2 billion. We can say 2000 million. But in 2000, this 100 year, it dropped to about 6 billion. Because 3 times more. In India, population was nearly 350 million during independence, 1947. That is now in everyone's memory, but it crossed 1 billion in May 2000. You just see that. In world, every sixth person is belonging to India. Nowadays, the world population is more than 6 billion, and our contribution is more than 1 billion. So every sixth person in the world is, we can say, from India. This slide shows the data which given in your NCERT book. According to the 2001 census, the population growth rate was still around 1.7%. That is the 17 per thousand per year, a rate which our population could double in 33 years. It means you just make plus 2000 plus 33. So as 2034 will come, then we will be just double what so the population we were in 2001. Now, then what is the reason behind the population explosion? As you understand that new techniques are introduced in science, in health, they also promote the population explosion. Here, three main points are given in the slide. You easily can understand. First, increased health facilities and better living conditions. As the techniques get developed, new technology get introduced, then health facilities attended a better way, availability for the people, which initiated the population explosion. Second point, a rapid decline in death rate, mortality rate, and infant mortality rate. The three rates are here: death rate, maternal mortality rate, and infant mortality rate. As in the previous point, you've seen that we attended the good quality health facilities, which reduces the death rate among the population. So as the death rate get reduced, ultimately the population will increase. Second, maternal mortality rate, the rate of death of mother due to the health facilities also got decreased, which again promotes the population explosion. Now, the third, infant mortality rate, IMR, as due to the better health facilities, it reduced, which promotes the population explosion. Nowadays, as known to you, we are having different type of vaccine, different type of other facilities for the infants, which reduces the death rate. So this reducing is be a factor for the population explosion. Now then, increase in the number of people in reproductive age. As you see in the population graph is here, and the previous point which we discussed. If the infant mortality rate now be decreased, then what happened be here? Due to that, these infant will now be grow up and they will now be attend the pre-reproductive and reproductive age. And when the population of this reproductively aged person is being high, then ultimate the chances of population explosion get increased. So these were the three main reasons which we here discussed. Now what the problem get raised with the impact of population explosion. First we discussed how it now be, why it is now be going on. But if the population will increase or explode, or population explosion will be, then what should the problem we will face? See that scarcity of basic requirements, food, shelter, and clothing. In Hindi, one quotation is there, the basic needs, कि हमें तीन चीजों की जरूरत होती है, रोटी, कपड़ा और मकान. These are basic needs. Here, as the population increase, ultimate we all will suffer and face the problem to get our food, to get shelter, and to get clothes for our clothing. These are the major impact of population explosion. Now, as you understood that, I hope that you understood that. But the population explosion, what are the reason behind the population explosion? Then the point to be concerned here, how we can control the population. Because if it increase in such a way, then ultimately many of we will get not food, no shelter for us, and no clothes for us. As you seeing that in our world, many countries are also facing the several problems, and India maybe will not, if will not control its population explosion, then the future is so harsh. Now, what should be the control measure? See that. Motivate smaller families by using contraceptive methods. First, we can motivate the people. We can motivate the couple. They can adopt the small family by using contraceptive methods. The second, aware people about a slogan. One very famous slogan is here, हम दो हमारे दो, we two our two. Many child they can adopt one child norms also, one child policy. China forcefully launched and no doubt then got a control on its population explosion. But here in India the condition is somewhat more different. We can make our people aware about the slogan हम दो हमारे दो, then they can reproduce or they can produce only the limited number of childs, maybe one or two as per their choice. We have to be promote them not more than two. Government also takes some initiation in direction to launch some beneficial policies, those who are going through them, or some more strict rule, those who are going against this policy. Now then, one more point we have to be concerned here, rising the marriageable age of female as well as male. That already we taken the action in this direction, and now the minimum age for the girls or female for the marriage is 18 year, and for the males is it the 21 year. So here few control measures are there, but as you seen among all these points, the main or very important point is there, we have to be make people aware. If people will not aware, then no or no policy can be worked. Now that to control the population, we need some contraception. What are these contraceptives? And what are the feature of ideal contraceptives? Yeah, the three main points which I summarized here. What should be the main property or characteristics of an ideal contraceptive? First, user friendly. It should be user friendly. It should not harm the user. Easily available. Should be available easily. If a person want to use, then it should be available to the person. Effective and reversible. Means effect up till when we want, and if we don't want, then it can be reverse its changes. No or least side effect. There should be no side effect, or if side effect, then it should be very mild or very least, then it could not be harms our normal physiological or psychological processes. It should not interfere the sexual desire and or the sexual act of the user. It should not be interfere that in this. If it start to be interfere, ultimate the people will they develop an interest, they will not move forward in this direction. So this is also be a vital point. Now then we will see that how these methods get works. Then contraceptive methods. We divided these contraceptive methods in six main categories. First is the natural or traditional method, then barrier, intrauterine devices, oral contraceptives, implants, and then surgical method. One by one, we will go through them and we will discuss in some detail. Contraceptive methods. The first for the natural and traditional method. Three main points are here. First is the periodic abstinence. What is this periodic abstinence? Avoid the coitus from day 10 to 17 of the menstrual cycle. The detail of menstrual cycle already you got in previous video. So you can understand the mid of the cycle is a very vital, because the chances of fertilization is increased due to the ovulation. So duration between 10 to 17 is known as fertile period. So we should be avoid coitus during this duration. The second is withdrawal or coitus interrupts. We can interrupt the coitus or withdraw the penis from the vagina just before the ejaculation to avoid the insemination inside the vagina. Maybe it is a tough, but by practice it can be achieved. It also reduces the chances of fertilization because as you seeing here, the insemination it will not takes place in vagina, so it ultimate reduced the rate of fertilization. Now then, lactational amenorrhea. Then what is this lactational amenorrhea? Actually, when a female after the parturition start breastfeeding, then the first 6 month, the ovulation almost get stopped. It means first 6 month there is no ovulation. So during the coitus, almost there is no chance of fertilization because egg is not producing in her body. So these three that natural method you got periodic, abstinence, withdrawal, and lactation, amenorrhea. So this also be all the three are now be important to you because they also came in the previous year board examination. So you understand it well. If any problem, you can write or ask in comment. Now after that, the natural that we are coming to the barrier method part. There are some barrier things. These barrier things they prevent the meeting of ovum and sperm, or we can say prevent the meeting of male and female gamete. As a barrier, we are using some devices. The first name among all is the condoms. As many of you be aware about that, condoms are the thin rubber sheet that are used to be cover the penis during the coitus. Some more types of condoms also be available. They can be used by the female. The female can be put in the vagina or in the cervical region before the coitus, which avoid or prevent the meeting of sperm and ovum. One famous brand during this category, this is the Nirod. This method is now be also be effective. Not only do that, it can be help only in the birth control. It is also be help to help to prevent the spreading of sexually transmitted disease, just like the some STDs and AIDS also. Even it is safe and easily disposable, and mm, it also be that a self interested and it not hurts the privacy of user and easily available. So this be a good method. Both the types of condoms are available, male and female, easily in the market. So as per the need, demand or interest, we can use them. In your NCRT book, figure is be there, the condom for male and female. Figure 4.1 and 1A and B. For the female, some term we are using for that, diaphragm, cervical cap and wallets. We can also say wallets cap. Some of them made by the thin elastic rubber sheet and some of them made by the silicone. Most of them, almost all these are the small cap-like structure. So female can be put in his vagina or in cervical region before the coitus and they prevent the meeting of sperm and ova during the coitus. One more thing we can use here, that spermaticidal cream, jellies and foams. What are these spermicidal things? Spermicidal things means these are the things which are able to kill the sperm or reduces their ability of fertilization or reduce its mobility. In market, some cream or jellies are available during the coitus. If with the wallets, some spermicidal cream or jelly can be put inside them, then they almost make the chances of fertilization or pregnancy nil. Male can also be used all these creams, jellies or foams before the coitus, which will reduce the motility of sperm. That's why they will not further lead the fertilization. After the natural and barrier, the third step in the contraceptive method is IUDs, intrauterine devices. These devices are the especially made for the female and get now be inserted by a doctor or a expert nurse. Sometimes the female they are making mistake, then they gone through a unexpert nurse or some other person for the such type of uses. It is not fair, not only the unhygiene, but also can lead the further problem. Because if these devices should not be fit in a proper place in a proper manner, then they will lead further problems. Now, as you seeing here, we categorize these IUDs in three main subtypes: non-medicated, copper releasing, and hormone releasing. So, under the non-medicated IUDs, the name is LIPS loop. Lips loop. What are these lips loop actually? Actually, these are S-shaped, as you are seeing here in figure. In figure, as you are seeing, the S-shaped structure are here. This, as you see here, this S-shaped structure. This. So these are inverted. The S-shaped structures are here. They are fit in the uterus of female. And then what is its function actually? When they get once fit in the female's uterus, then first what the work is here, they avoid the development of thickening of endometrium. It means if once they implanted in uterus, then they will not allow the endometrium to be more thick, which should be more suitable for the implantation. So as the endometrium will not be more thick, then it will not allow the implantation. Second thing what they are doing actually, as they are implanted in uterus, so they also be reduces the chance of implantation, because in that side there is no space for the developing blastocyst. Now then, copper releasing IUDs, CUT. Copper T, it is a T-shaped structure made of the copper, and CU7 you seeing here, and multi-load 375 you are seeing here. What this multi-load 375 actually? Multi-load 375 is actually why we used here 375. It is the 375 millimeter square loops of copper wires are there, which get now be coiled around its stem. In the center part, it is having a stem. Then two flexible arms are there. So there they are. The length of wire are 375 millimeter. So that's why we are using this name, this abbreviation 375. Then hormone releasing IUDs, LNG and progestasert. So what is this LNG? What this LNG actually? LNG is that levonorgestrel. This is a chemical which we can say that the similar to the progesterone, and this now we get released that 20 mm, micron of hormone per day in female body. As you see, the figure is here. No, figure is not there. So okay. So here I am telling that this release that 20 mu microgram of hormone per day in female body. Whatsoever the things, just like the releasing of copper ion or hormone, and what are its role? As here you got that they are now be implanted in the uterus, so they avoid the thickening of uterine wall and not allow the implantation. Then these copper T's and these all releasing devices, they helps to the phagocytosis of sperm. Phagocytosis of sperm means as the sperm get now be enter, they get now be destroyed by the releasing of copper ion. These copper T's are very significant. Not only they inhibit the implantation, but they also reduce the mortality. Sorry, but they also reduce the motility of sperms. Just I already told, hormone releasing IUDs make the uterus unsuitable for the implantation because they are also making the change in the internal surrounding of uterus, which is not be suitable for the sperm to get meet to with the ovum and make it fertilized. IUDs are the ideal contraceptives for the female who want to delay pregnancy and or space children. This be an ideal contraceptive and having only few side effects. Now then, in the fourth is the oral contraception. Oral contraceptives. So the things or some chemical we can take or administer orally. Simply they are termed as pills. What are these pills actually? These pills are mainly the combination of progestogen and estrogen or progestogens, either with a progestogen or with a combination of progestogen or estrogen. So these pills are taken daily. There is a schedule how to take it actually. They now be taken daily for 21 days, starting within the first 5 days of menstrual cycle. After a gap of 7 days, but this gap during which the menstruation occurs. This is the gap duration, and then again get now be continue. It means they can be taken continuously for 21 days after the gap of 7 days. It has to be repeated in the same pattern till the female desire to prevent conception. जब तक or when the female up till when the female is now be desired that she should not want to be pregnant, then she can be use these pills. But the role of these pills actually, as the female now taking these pills, then they inhibit the ovulation and implantation as well as the alter the quality of cervical mucus to prevent the entry of sperm. This is the most vital. This is the most important point. How they work actually. If a female now takes oral contraceptive pills, then not only the ovulation get inhibited, implantation be also inhibited by the changes in the internal surrounding of the cervical mucus. That's why they prevent the entry of sperm, and maybe if the sperm get prevent there, then it further on, then the sperm further not be so longer in life and reduce its mobility and not be able to fertilize the egg cell. Pills are very effective. No doubt about that. They are very effective, and also the side effect is somewhat less. One name of pills is here Saheli. New oral contraceptive for the female. It is non-steroidal preparation. It is a non-steroidal preparation. The name is Saheli. It is a once a week pill with very few side effects. The high contraceptive value. You see that here. In the last what we discussed, then we have the female have to be take 21 day continuously. But here it can be used only once a week. You see here, once a week. There continuously the female have to be take it for the long duration. So that's why the Saheli is a very good pill for the purpose. Now then the fifth under the contraceptive method is the implants or injectables. What are these injectables or implants actually? These are the small ampullary or vessel-like or pouches-like things as you are seeing here, which get now be implant under the skin. They are small weevil-like or small implants. Then they get now be implant under the skin of the female, and they are the long duration, and it now be very effective. These implants are very much effective during the unprotected intercourse within the 72 hour, and some more advanced implants are there. They are be effective up till 120 hours of the unprotected intercourse. So as these implants get implants under the skin, we are implanting them under the skin, and their method of action is similar to like the pills, but the period is so longer. Reason is why we are saying the similar to pills actually, because they also having the almost same combination, progestogen estrogen combination, and they releasing the hormones in the bloodstream slowly as per need, because they are designed for the purpose. So that's why they are more easy to use in the comparison of pills. In pills, the female have to be take every day or once in a week, but they are not in such way. If once implanted, then as per the durability of that implant, it will work for that long duration. Now the surgical method. It is also known as sterilization. Why we are saying sterilization? Because almost this is the last or this is the terminal method of the contraception, and it is believed that it is irreversible. The effective of this treatment should not be reversible. Reason is here because here we will use some surgical method. Then there are two type of surgical methods are there: vasectomy and the tubectomy. Vasectomy. A male small portion of vas deferens is removed or tied up through a small incision of on the scrotum. You see the figure here. You see, this is the vas deferens. Vas deferens is here. You seeing that it now be coming from testes this, and this is also the portion of vas deferens. In between this, you are seeing one cut here, and the both the end they get tied here and this here. This in the second testes, the second vas deferens. We will do the same with them. Here we will tie it properly. So as you see that the formation of sperm takes place in the testes. Okay. So testes, the sperm will form. Okay, no problem. Formation will not affect it. Then they will epididymis through, then the vasa deferens will now be here. But they will not be released in this ejaculate. They will not reach here. So they couldn't be released out. So they couldn't be released out. It means during the coitus they will not go to the female's body. This is for the males. One method for surgical method for the females also. This is the tubectomy. So what this tubectomy you see here? Now tubectomy, a small part of fallopian tube is removed or tied up through a small incision. A small incision that here you see, this is the ovary. This structure is the ovary. They now be releasing the egg. Then it now be infundibulum, ampulla, isthmus. Then it now be traveling all through the passage and then now be reaching here. You see that what this? This is also the cutted part of fallopian tube. This is the uterus. So as the egg released from here, it will here move from here to here. But here, as the part is now be tied up, it will not be moved towards the uterus. The second fallopian tube. Again see that egg is here, then move here up till here. And this part is now be cutted and tied up here. So egg will not be moving this. It will not reach here. Okay. See that. As the sperm will maybe the male is normal and female attend the tubectomy. So the sperm will now be they come here, they will reach here, but they couldn't be travel through out this tube. This cutted part is already tied up, so sperm they will not travel here, and egg is also in that portion. So meeting of sperm and ovum will not be there. So this why we are saying tubectomy actually the cutting of fallopian tube. This is the tubectomy because here we are cutting the fallopian tube. So that's why the name of method is here tubectomy. I hope that you understood what are the different type of contraceptive methods are there. Even I told that there are no side effect almost, but still they having some side effect. So a small list of the side effect is here. Just first is the nausea. Second is the abdominal pain, then the breakthrough bleeding, then the irregular menstrual bleeding, and then breast cancer. What is nausea? Nausea is the feeling, just right now we can say feeling or urge of vomiting, urge to vomit. Nausea is like the feeling that the female is using some contraceptive methods, mainly like with the pills, then facing the problem of nausea, urge to vomit. Abdominal pain, sometimes the female feeling the abdominal pain, mainly in the cases when they are using the IUDs. As they are using IUDs, uh, if maybe any disturbance taken place in the position of IUDs, which further get now be positioned by a trained doctor or nurse due to some physical activity, then somewhat they can feel some abdominal pain. Breakthrough bleeding. Breakthrough bleeding means there, as you know that the first 5 days in the menstrual cycle is for the bleeding. This is known as menstruation. So after menstruation, maybe that the female can also feel some blood traces. They are coming through the vagina. Some spots can be also measured. This is the breakthrough bleeding. Irregular menstrual bleeding. Sometime due to some using some hormonal contraceptive means, the female's menstrual cycle get irregular. Some irregularity in the cycle. Sometimes the cycle will absent. Sometime be the before the time. So this also get lead the irregular menstrual bleeding. Breast cancer. Due to the harmonic imbalance mainly, sometime it found that the lumps get now be developed into the breast cancer, which changed the shape or texture of nipples or mammary glands, which further lead the breast cancer. Whatsoever the side effects are there, but as we are seeing that the effect as they are helping us to be to control the population, so side effect is very less if we will use under the proper supervision of a doctor and in a proper way, then it now be very safe and very friendly. So anyone who is now be willing to uh, play a significant role in to control the population explosion can be go through the contraceptive methods. I hope that you got the information regarding the this population explosion and contraceptive methods and what are its side effects. In next video, we will carry the medical termination of pregnancy, some sexually transmitted diseases, and infertility and assist reproductive technologies. This will be the second part of this chapter. I hope that here you enjoyed it. Maybe if doubt remain, you can write in comment box. Okay, and thanks to join us.